Memoir of the Princess Alexandrina Victoria by Letitia Landon. Her Royal Highness the Princess Alexandrina Victoria, born on the 24th of May 1819, has this day, May 24th, 1837, and the 18th anniversary of her birth, attained the royal majority by Act of Parliament, an act which passed the House of Lords and Commons and received His Majesty's assent in 1831. The biographer of one so young has more to do with hope than with memory, but such youth possessions. A beauty that was felt, no doubt, within the bowers of paradise that sets the opening rose above a rose full blown. The Princess Victoria was born at a time when the tumult of 1,000 victories resounded over the earth, but she has lived amid their afterfruits. There is no yet more mighty struggle proceeding, that of opinion. It is the moral warfare that today disturbs the world, and in that how great must be the influence exercised and the responsibility incurred by one destined in all human probability to the throne of Great Britain. It is not the first time that such authority has been given to the hand of woman. The reigns of both Elizabeth and Anne are marked as periods of natural aggrandisement, equally distinguished by extension of power, of commerce and of intellect. Our youthful princess has been prepared for a high position by a wise and thoughtful education which no one was better qualified to conduct than her illustrious mother. The Duchess of Kent was the youngest child of Francis, Duke of Saxe-Salfield-Coburg, and was married at the early age of 17 to Enric Charles, Prince of Leiningen. On the death of the prince she was called to the regency, and her administration was equally popular and respected. Her Royal Highness was united in 1818 to Edward, Duke of Kent, whose death, within 2 years, made her again a widow. Since that period her life has been devoted to the illustrious orphan left in her charge. The character of a sovereign must influence the destinies of a people, and a careful education, though it cannot make, will mould a character. The Princess Victoria has never left her mother's side for a day. Of her confidence felt by the public in that mother, a distinguished proof was given by the Act of Parliament, which in 1831 named the Duchess of Kent regent, should her royal daughter be called to the throne while a minor. We may be allowed to quote a portion of Lord Lyndhurst, then Lord Chancellor, speech on the occasion, as general opinion happily expressed. The question which your lordship will naturally ask is, whom we propose as the guardian of Her Royal Highness under the circumstance conferred. I am sure, however, that the answer will at once suggest itself to every mind. It would be quite impossible that we should recommend any other individual for that high office than the illustrious princess, the mother of Her Royal Highness the Princess Victoria. The manner in which Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Kent has hereto discharged her duty in the education of her illustrious offspring, and to speak upon the subject not from vague report, but from accurate information, gives us the best ground to hope most favourably of Her Royal Highness's future conduct. Looking at the past, it is evident that we cannot find a better guardian for the time to come. The residence of the Princess Victoria has been at Kensington Palace, but every summer she has visited some part of England. Hastings, the Isle of Wight, Matlock, etc., have been honoured by her sojourn. The advantage is greater than even the beneficial influence on the health which has thus been strengthened. It has made our young princess acquainted with the various aspects of her native country, and in the affectionate loyalty which she has ever been received, has shown her the feelings of the English people to her illustrious line. The royal horizon is now one of happiest promise, and we may conclude by hope, the expression of a universal feeling, that long years of blessing and prosperity may follow the majority of the Princess Victoria.